What's going on, people? Welcome to the video. As you can see by the thumbnail, this video is going to be addressing why Fitness Worx, or strong I've got here, Fitness Worx, FWX, chose to go down the franchise route. A lot of people have asked this question. When we first launched it, I did get quite a lot of questions around this subject. It's like, why are you franchising? Surely it's better to own the whole company yourself and just open more and more and more. And then obviously you'll retain all the profits and the business will be yours. Which I agree, very, very true. But then with more locations comes more ag. Set. Turn the lights on. Hey. Getting on. There we go, we're in the light. More locations becomes more ag, becomes more of a headache and becomes more staff. And then with that becomes more drama and more of my time, which I don't mind. I'm running our 4 or 5 companies we have now, including the academy, the online training, Fitness Worx Kenilworth, Fitness Worx Warwick, Fitness Worx Southern, and obviously we play a huge part in Fitness Worx Bidford because that is our first franchise, but we still play a huge part in that, like we were over there last week. And obviously Jason's is all about learning more than anything. That's all it's about. It's not about making money, it's not about anything but learning. That's why it's called your pilot franchise. There is quite a lot to franchising your company, and this was an idea of mine about probably, I'd say, a year ago, or maybe not actually, probably a year ago from when we opened Jason, so a good 2 years ago. This was an idea I had after we opened Fitness Worx Southern. The reason this idea came to my mind was because at the moment what we're doing is too slow. It's quite time consuming, it costs a lot of capital, and it is too slow. Opening one gym a year for me at the moment is just a bit too slow. When I know that we can open 3 or 4 a year. Like this year, if you follow me on Instagram and socials, you'll see that I said that this year was going to be the year that hopefully we do 2, maybe even 3 at this rate in one hit. Where we can't do that on our own. We probably could, but we'd have to invest heavily in our own staff and our own infrastructure, which we are doing, but with that comes a huge cost. So to all this, it is doing it on your own is a massive, massive, massive drain. Where if you franchise a company, which we are choosing to do, which we have done, there is a few points to it which I'll come on, but it allows you to spread a lot quicker and use all of your own money. It doesn't use all of your own time, but it's different. So we'll still be doing a lot of work on the franchise business. The franchise business will still take a chunk of money. We can fund it ourselves through the gyms we've currently got and through the franchise fees which the franchisors will pay. So that is kind of the reason why I have chosen, or we have chosen, to take that route. Because at the end of the day, anything in business to me, well, business to me is about scalability. If you can scale a company to as big as possible, then why not do that? I don't see the point of just having 2 or 3 and sitting here and having an okay life and just getting by. It's not something I've ever wanted to do, and it's not something I ever will do. I want to always push it as far as we can go, and now we've got the team behind us that also want to push it as far as we can go. So it would be rude not to push it far as we can go. Is the reason we have chosen to do the franchise route is purely so I can scale this business to as big as humanly possible. And that may be, we might get to 10, or we might get to 15, or we might not even get that far. I think we will, but who knows where it's going to go. When you have a model you can just keep recreating and people will buy into your vision, the Fitness Worx vision, then it could scale to quite large. Our 5-year plan is quite large. By us working with Jason, and obviously we've got another one hopefully going live this year, which I'll tell you more about. I released it on my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram, it's down below. I'll tell you more about in the future. It goes well as hopefully we want them to go. Obviously there's still going to be some teething issues. There's still going to be some headaches. There's still going to be problems all the way through this, which we understand. We have had a few. It's probably been a little harder than we thought it might have been, because we're taking a brand from Warwickshire and putting it into, well, obviously a bit further out, into Stratford, where they don't really know what we are about. They don't know who I am. They don't know who our team is. They don't know who the Fitness Worx company is, then we plod a gym in it. So it's trying to create that community vibe in other areas around the country. That is going to be the challenge. So we are putting some processes in place now to start a lot earlier. As you can see, we've launched Bristol already. It's not open until the end of the year / start of January, so about a year's time. But this allows us now to create content and to be able to push the Fitness Worx brand on the Bristol community before we get there. Bristol won't be a franchise. Bristol is more going to be a partnership. Jack, I've known all my life, came here to learn to become a personal trainer and to learn how to run a business, and then he's going to go back and take the Fitness Worx brand with him, and then together we're going to make this gym in Bristol very, very, very successful, just like the ones in Kenilworth, Warwick, Southam and Bidford. But I won't be there as much. I'll be there occasionally. This will be Jack's gym, and we will just be working together on this next process, which I'm really looking forward to, because that will probably be, yeah, that'll be our furthest one away, more than likely by then. I don't think we'll probably venture out too much further than that to start with. We also have the Discovery Day, which we've been trying to start planning this week, which will be on the 18th of April. 18th of April, yeah, 18th of April. You all should have, if you're watching this now, the ones that are already signed up to the franchise list, you all should have had a phone call from Phoebe. You all should be booked in. Your partner is more than welcome to come too. If you are not on the franchise day yet and you'd like to be on the franchise day, all you need to do is click the link below again, fill out the form, and I will be in contact next week. I will be putting it on the public social very soon so people can come. We're up to 14 spaces and we will only be taking 20, so it's nearly full already. To end this video, I want to give you a few tips, because I know people have asked me, because there's a couple of guys in the gym that are, I'd like to franchise my business. How have you gone about doing it? My number one kind of point would be on this: find yourself a really good franchise lawyer, solicitor, franchise company that can help you. We've been working with Hamilton Pratt in Warwick with Faye. She has probably guided me all the way through this process. It's been a long process, does cost a bit of money, but you need people around you that have done it. I had no clue. I used to just get my phone up and Google it, how to franchise a company. And I was like, man, this is mental. Then small worlds, Faye started PTing my brother, told her about the franchise specialist. I rang them, went to the offices, sold them or gave them my vision, and then we put together a program, a plan, a pilot franchise, different documents, and we were off. I needed help on property, then we're meeting with the property solicitor and lawyers on Monday, because we need to do like subleases. There's so much stuff involved in franchising. Specialises in their main job role is franchising. A lot of like charlatans and pirates out there that want to take your franchise idea and then create it for you and then charge you 30 grand. We've still tried to do ours on a budget still, but cheap as possible, so it reflects in our franchise costs and our franchise fees and our monthly fees. We're trying to bridge that gap between personal trainer and your anytime F45s of the world, because I believe that these are too expensive. They're not what they are sold to be, and I think that there is a huge gap between. So that's what we're trying to bridge. Number two, make sure you've got your shit together in your businesses first. This is something we have addressed over the last few months, about 6-8 months. We have put obviously a full membership manager in now, and then we have Chris and Phoebe, who is sales and memberships, and gym managers in every gym. So now it gives me the kind of free reign to go different places, meet different people, network, and try and work on our own shit. Because if you're fucking running around like a twat all day every day, your own businesses are falling apart, how can you sell that on? I understand that you're never going to be perfect, and don't get me wrong, we still have our daily headaches and our weekly headaches, but that is business. But you need to be able to take what you've got and multiply it by a lot. And if you're multiplying something that doesn't work over here, then over here it's definitely going to not work on a bigger scale. And then all of a sudden you're going to be in the shit. Like a lot of energy fitnesses at the moment, they're in the shit. A lot of anytime fitnesses, they're in the shit. Fitness spaces, they're in the shit. So I don't want to have a company which grows like they have, and then all of a sudden all of my clubs are in the shit. I'm trying to sort my own shit out before I push it out around the country. We've got new processes, we've got loads of plans, we've got all the personal training programs, we've got the classes are all being programmed at the moment. Everything has been done, so we're trying to literally take everything from Fitness Worx we've got and give it to you. So all you have to do is just follow and listen and learn and have a fucking huge passion for fitness and helping people transform their lives for the better. Remember, I've been going now, I know it's not a long time, but we have been working for 5 years before this thought kind of manifested. And then it's been a year since, so we're nearly up to 6 years. This year was 6 years. And we have learnt the hard way. Our systems have been wrong, our processes have been wrong, our prices have been wrong, a lot of shit's been wrong. Adjust and fix them sooner rather than later. We try to work on like a 3-month rule, so we put something in place for 3 months. If it doesn't work in 3 months, we fucking cut it. Get rid of it, brutal, get rid of it, don't worry about it. Staff, fucking process, a class, personal training program, whatever it is. 3-month mark, it's not working, sack it off. People say that might be too soon, people might say that's too long, but for me it works. So little things like that. Figure out what works, when it works. If it don't work, get rid of it. Number 3, be willing to work your ass off. We have to do a lot of stuff for free again. When you're a personal trainer and you had to build up your own business, you had to do a shitload of stuff for free. Now I'm a business owner and we have a lot of stuff, but I'm back to doing a lot of shit for free. I'm going over and teaching classes, helping Jason with I locked the gym up the other week, just stuff to be involved in other people's gyms so I can learn. I can meet other members, I can see what's working, what's not working, what I think I could do better in the future. Just be in their business. It's not my business. It's our name, but it's our name now. There's a lot of us now, so it's our name. But being in his business taught me other stuff, and being around him, watching him teach classes, it's just cool and interesting. It's just trying to be a sponge again. Don't always look for the payday, because it will come in fucking 10 years, 5 years, whatever it'll be. I know it will come, but at the moment I need to learn. I need to be like a sponge. We need to make sure that we have got everything nailed. And once we've got everything nailed, I personally solidly believe we will be one of the best fitness franchises in the UK. We're going to be what their franchise market is missing. I hope that helps on your franchise route, or if you're looking at taking on a franchise. That's where I just come from in about 11 minutes. There's a lot more behind it, but a lot of people have been asking this question, so I just wanted to get straight to the point and tell you. But if you're thinking about franchising your company, it is a cool process, it's super enjoyable, and it makes you realise actually we're not as good as we think we are, and we need to be better. At the moment, that is what we are trying to do, be better. Any more information, or you want to ask me any questions, again, hit me up on my Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.